Good evening to my Dr. Nazratul Aina. I'm Sasmitha Shanmugam, matching number EX03688. Today I'm here to present my presentation proposal for the cost research method in accounting and finance. The topic I chose for my FYP is the roles and responsibility of the management accountants in the era of globalization. So let me start with the chapter 1, which is introduction. The background of the studies on the roles and responsibility of the management accountants in this era of globalization focus on changing business landscape and need for management accountants to adapt their roles and responsibility to effectively support organization in the globalized environment. The research problem focused on examining the evolving roles and responsibility of management accountants in this era and understanding the key challenges they face in effectively fulfilling their duties in a global context. So, we have research questions. I have research questions, which is what are the key challenges and barriers faced by the management accountants in fulfilling their roles and responsibility in a global? And the second question is what are the strategy and best practices employed by the organization to enhance the effectiveness of management accountant in supporting global operation? The third question is how does technology adoption and digital transformation impact the roles and responsibility of the management accountants in a globalized business environment? I also have objective, and for the objective, the first one is to explore the specific challenges faced by the management accountants in a globalized environment. The second objective is to examine the best practices employed by the organization to enhance the effectiveness of the management accountants. The third objective is understanding on how technology shapes and modifies the traditional roles and responsibility of the management accountants in the global business landscape. Okay, the next slide is about the contribution of the studies. It offers a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by the management accountants, such as cross-border operations, regulatory complication, cultural difference, and technology and advancement. By exploring the impact of the technology adoption and digital transformation on the management accounting practices, the studies guides organization and professional in taking great technology effectively to enhance efficiency, decision making, and overall organization performance. Additionally, the studies inform the development of the skills and competitive required by the management accountants, contributing to their continuous professional development and enabling them to adapt and excel in dynamic globalized business environment. Overall, this research provides valuable knowledge and recommendation that facilitate the optimization of the management accountants' roles and responsibility, leading to the improved organizational outcomes in the era of the globalization. So that is for the part of the chapter 1. And now we are moving to the chapter 2, which is literature review. As you can see in the slide, the dependent variable is role and responsibility of the management accountants, while the key challenges and barriers faced by the management accountants, strategy and business practices employed by the organization, and also the technology adoption and digital transformation impact management accountants are the independent variables. Key challenges, the study and that I use as a guide in measuring the four variables, which is I mentioned as well. Management accountants play a vital roles in supporting top management in fulfilling their four primary responsibilities, which are planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Management accountants play a critical role in controlling activities by establishing the monitoring, financial control, performance measure, and key performance indicators. Those three responsibility are interdependent and coherent. So I propose the following framework to show the association between those functions. And the second review is about the strategy and best practices employed by the organization to enhance the effectiveness of the management accountants. Management accountants need to know how the business is run, the major influence or levels of the business, who the customers are, their buying habits, the customer needs fulfilled by the company, and the strength and weakness of the framework to help answer the key questions, overall challenges, and also find the opportunity for the both now and for the future. The third review is about the technology adoption and digital transformation impact, the roles for the roles responsibility of the management accountants, which is the literature focus on imaging the technology impacts on the accountants roles and skills. Specifically, it determine what emerging technologies are most studies concerning their impact on accountants, which research strategy are used in the studies that um, focus on on this theme and the impact of the identify emerging technologies on accountant skills. The adoption of the technology and the process of the digital transformation have significant impact on the roles and responsibility of the management accountants. To summarize this part, had reviewed the literature review that related to the past studies components. Based on this literature review, the proposed theoretical framework was developed. Okay, and now let's move to the chapter 3. The chapter 3, this chapter is about the research methods, including the data collection. So study population, sample size, sample techniques, pilot tests, and questionnaire design are added by me for this research. In this study, the population of the studies will be the students from the School of Business and Economic, which is our UPM. And then there are two faculties involved in this study, which are Faculty of the Business Administration, Business of Management, and Faculty of Accounting. So the total number of the students from the Faculty of the Business Administration is 1,200 students. From Bachelor of Business Management is 1,500 students. And from Faculty of Accounting is 1,000 students. So there are total population of the study is 3,700 students at the School of Business and Economic. For the sample size, I decided to randomly conduct 100 respondents among the Faculty of the Business Administration, Bachelor of Business Management, and also Faculty of the Accounting. They will be selected from different causes, years, gender, age, races, and religions. The sampling technique can be divided into probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Through this convenient sampling it facilitates that researchers in finding the target respondents. Generally, respondents were choosing as they happen to be in the right place at the right time. A research instrument is device that collects, measure, and analyze data from the subject related to the research topic. Basically, these studies will use a pilot test and online questionnaire. There's an online questionnaire. Yeah, online questionnaire. A pilot test is small scale study using 30 or more samples for the study population before the actual study is conducted. There will be 3 sections for the students to answer this research, which is for section A, the answer should be is about the students' demographic information, which is the details of the students, include gender, age, faculty, course, and the year. Section B mentioned about the dependent variable, while the question from the section C included the independent variable, which is key challenges and barriers faced by the management accountants, strategy and best practices employed organization, and also the technology adoption and digital transformation impact management accountants. So yeah, that's all for my presentation. For the semester 10, I was completed the chapter 1, 2, and 3. This is my draft, which is starting from introduction, literature review, and research method. For the next, I will continue with the chapter 4 till the end. For the moment, I would like to thank my supervisor, Dr. Lau, and my lecturer, Dr. Nazratul Aina. Thank you so much.